Kindness is a double-edged sword. It's easy to fall into the trap of believing that being kind will only bring positive outcomes, but reality tells a different story. Today, we're stripping away the idealism to reveal the harsh truths about excessive kindness. We'll explore 10 real-life scenarios where kindness doesn't just falter, it actively works against you and can lead to your downfall. Prepare to confront the uncomfortable realities of what happens when kindness crosses the line from virtue to vice. Let's begin. 1. Exploitation by others. Kindness, in its purest form, is often exploited by those who see it not as an act of goodwill, but as an opportunity for personal gain. This bitter truth unfolds when you find your kindness being abused, leaving you drained and disillusioned. It's a fine line between helping others and becoming a target for exploitation. The key to navigating this is not to close off your heart, but to foster discernment and set clear boundaries. Being kind to yourself is just as important as being kind to others. Recognizing when to say no is a crucial aspect of self-care, ensuring you're not overextended or taken advantage of. It's about striking a balance that respects both your generosity and your personal limits. 2. Neglect of personal aspirations. Imagine kindness as a garden you diligently tend to, watering and nurturing the plants around you while neglecting the seeds of your own dreams. This metaphor captures the essence of how easily we can sideline our own goals in the pursuit of helping others grow. It's a noble yet often self-sabotaging act. Like a gardener who focuses solely on the blossoms of others, you might wake up one day to find your own plot barren and untended. Balancing the care for others with self-care and personal development is crucial. Your aspirations deserve sunlight too. Don't let your own potential wither in the shadow of your kindness towards others. 3. Challenges in assertiveness. Saying yes and being kind too often is like opening your doors wide in a storm. Soon enough, you're overwhelmed and your space is in disarray. It's a common trap for the kind-hearted, where the difficulty of saying no leads to a life cluttered with commitments, leaving little room for your own pursuits. It's akin to being a passenger in your own car as others steer you down their paths. The art of assertiveness isn't just about reclaiming the driver's seat. It's about knowing when to close the door gently but firmly. Remember, every no to something that doesn't serve you is a yes to your well-being and priorities. It's not selfishness, it's essential self-preservation. 4. Misinterpretation of kindness. Kindness can sometimes be a mirror, reflecting what others choose to see rather than its true intent. To some, your open hand might seem like an invitation to take, not a gesture of giving. This misinterpretation is like planting a tree in rocky soil. No matter how much you nurture it, the environment isn't right for it to be appreciated in its full glory. The challenge lies not in changing the nature of your kindness, but in understanding that not all soil welcomes your roots. It's essential to recognize where your kindness will flourish and where it's considered weakness. The value of your kindness isn't diminished by those who misunderstand it. 5. Prioritization of others' needs. Constantly putting others first is like walking through life with a scale that's always tipped against you. It's a noble pursuit, but when the weight of everyone else's needs perpetually outweighs your own, you risk losing balance. This self-sacrificing pattern might win you praise, but it also leads to a gradual erosion of personal fulfillment. The key isn't to stop helping others, but to start including yourself in the equation. Think of it as recalibrating your scale, ensuring that your needs hold equal weight and recognizing that your well-being is just as crucial. Balancing this scale is vital for sustainable kindness, one where you don't disappear in the shadow of others' demands. 6. Financial hardship. Generosity without boundaries is like a river flowing freely without banks. It nurtures the land it touches, but can also erode its own foundations over time. When kindness extends into financial giving, it's crucial to have boundaries that prevent your resources from dwindling to a trickle. Without them, you may find yourself in a barren landscape where the very means to offer help have been washed away. It's not about damming the flow of your generosity, but channeling it wisely. Just as a river needs its banks to thrive and reach the sea, your kindness needs boundaries to ensure it doesn't lead to your own financial drought. 7. Fostering dependency. Constantly stepping in to help others can inadvertently create a cycle of dependency where individuals rely on your assistance instead of developing their own resilience and problem-solving skills. It's like doing someone's work for them. While it might seem helpful in the moment, it prevents them from learning and growing. This cycle not only strains your resources, but also does a disservice to those you aim to help. The goal of true kindness should be to empower others, not make them reliant on you. It's about offering a hand up, not a handout, encouraging independence rather than unintentional reliance. Breaking this cycle means teaching others to fish, rather than continually providing the fish. 8. Mental health consequences. Carrying the weight of others' problems on your shoulders is like trying to shelter everyone from a storm under a single umbrella. While your intentions are noble, the burden can become overwhelming, casting long shadows over your own mental health. This self-imposed responsibility to be everyone's protector can lead to feelings of exhaustion, anxiety, and even isolation as you struggle to hold up under the pressure. Just as a single umbrella isn't meant to cover everyone, you're not equipped to bear the emotional load of the world alone. Recognizing the limits of your emotional capacity is crucial, ensuring you don't get lost in the storm while trying to keep everyone else dry. 9. Exhaustion and burnout. Dedicating yourself to a path of endless kindness and support for others can lead you straight into the arms of exhaustion and burnout. It's a straightforward equation. When you continuously pour energy into others without replenishing your own, you're set on a course for a crash. This relentless giving depletes your reserves, leaving you feeling physically drained, emotionally spent, and unable to continue at the pace you've set. Recognizing the signs early and taking steps to recharge are not acts of selfishness, but of self-preservation. It's crucial to find a balance, allowing yourself time to rest and recover, ensuring you can continue to offer kindness without sacrificing your own well-being. 10. Erosion of personal identity. Kindness, when given without limits, can be like a tree that casts its leaves far and wide with each changing season, gradually losing pieces of itself until it stands bare, uncertain of its own form. This relentless outpouring of oneself in the service of others can lead to an erosion of personal identity, where the line between who you are and what you do for others becomes blurred. You might begin to question your own desires, needs, and even your values, as they've been long overshadowed by the act of giving. Reclaiming your identity requires a gentle gathering of those scattered leaves, a reaffirmation of your own worth that exists independently of your kindness to others. It's about nurturing your own roots and branches, ensuring that while you reach out to shelter and support others, you do not lose sight of your own growth and essence.